Summer is right around the corner, and many parents are thinking about summer camp for their children. This is also a time to be thinking about school and classroom choices for the next school year. Now, parents have to consider whether or not to send their kids to private school or keep them in public school. Here to clarify for parents is licensed social worker and president and CEO for Daniel, Jim Clark. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So what options are out there for parents?
There are many options. One of the things I really encourage parents to do is to take the responsibility onto themselves. Lots of times we don't want to blame the school system. We don't want to blame the teacher. You don't want to blame the principal. It's our responsibility as parents to really be responsible for our children's education. And there are several different options. We know locally here, public schools, there are magnet school programs which parents can engage in. We also know that there are charter schools. We also know that there are McKay schools. Those are options that parents may have, and they need to know what are the social, the academic, and needs of their children, and who knows it better than a parent.
Yeah, can the students be evaluated by an agency other than the school?
Yes, they can. There are some free options along with the fact that there are some paid options. But indeed, and I think we brought some of those up, as we said, the parents are really responsible for the children's academic choices. We think that's a really important feature. There are other options out there. There is health screening. One of the first things that everybody needs to make sure of is look at a good pediatrician. What are some of those things? And then, of course, talk to your school administrators, along with making sure that there may be options within that school itself. And that the earlier you start, the better it is. And there are some activities out there. There's SEDNet, which is a network of services for children who have emotional problems. There is also the Florida Diagnostic Learning and Resource Center. That's an excellent website to get some information. Child Guidance here locally does a lot of great things and has free evaluation. And Hope Haven, if you have children particularly that have some autism issues and things of that sort, they are a great place in that they offer free diagnostic services. So the thing to make sure of is first, look at trying to get your child evaluated, and the earlier you start, the better it is. We often see children who are in their fourth grade and they're not really reading yet, and parents are saying, well, I'm having problems. Well, that's because we needed to start at the first and second grade, really, when we started to see some of those issues.
And when we're talking about choosing a school, how does this work for a parent? The process, I mean.
The process, well, typically they have to go through an interview. An example, if a child's going to be eligible for a McKay scholarship, and that simply means that they have an IEP, an individual educational plan, that has determined that they've got some emotional or behavioral needs. And so first, if a parent is looking at what schools that they may want to, they want to make sure, is that school eligible for a McKay scholarship? Right. They basically take the state funds and take it to a private school, and that private school will accept those state funds. Now, there may be a balance that they may have to have. If it's a $4,000 and it's a $10,000 school, then they may have to come up with that balance, but many of the schools don't. And again, there are charter school options, and all parents, what they want to do is have your child interviewed, go to that facility, and look at it. We're doing the same thing. Daniel, this year, is opening its first academic school, or actually it's a second academic school for children from ages 1 to 5, and it's for kids who have emotional problems.
Great information. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Got to get it early.
That's right. Get it early.
To learn more about choosing the right school for your kids, head over to daniels.com or go to our website, news4jax.com.